Good morning, everyone. Are you ready to awaken the power that has been lying dormant inside you? I'm not here to talk about small incremental changes. I'm here to help you ignite the fire of transformation, to unlock the giant within you that's been waiting to rise. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever felt that you were destined for something far greater? Like there's a part of you so much stronger, so much wiser that could conquer any challenge? Well, guess what? That part of you is real, and it's screaming to be set free. This is not just a seminar, it's a revolution. By the time we're done, you'll have the tools, the strategies, and the mindset to create the life you've always dreamed of. But you've got to stay with me. Every word I share today builds toward unlocking the ultimate secret to lasting change. And if you're still sitting in that chair by the end, I promise you'll walk out as a different person. The force within you is a power unlike anything you've ever imagined. It's not something you have to go out and find. It's already there, lying dormant, waiting for the right moment to emerge. But here's the catch: most people go their entire lives without ever tapping into it. Why? Because they've been conditioned to believe they're ordinary. They've been taught to play small, to settle for what's safe, to avoid rocking the boat. And as a result, they bury their potential under layers of fear, self-doubt, and hesitation. But let me tell you something, this force is undeniable. It's the reason you felt that nagging sense of there must be more. It's the spark of creativity, ambition, and drive that refuses to be extinguished no matter how many times life has knocked you down. It's the voice deep inside you that whispers you're capable of so much more than this, and that voice, it's right. The first step to awakening this force is to realize that it's not reserved for the lucky few. It's not just for the ultra successful, the super talented, or the privileged. It's for everyone. It's for the person who feels stuck in a dead-end job, for the parent juggling a million responsibilities, for the dreamer who's been told they'll never make it. It's for you. This force is what drives people to overcome impossible odds. It's what propels athletes to break world records, entrepreneurs to build empires, and ordinary individuals to achieve extraordinary feats. And the best part? It's not some mystical energy, it's real, it's tangible, and it's accessible to you right now. But let's get real. Tapping into this force isn't about motivation alone. Motivation is fleeting. It's like a spark that lights a fire but fades if there's no fuel to keep it burning. What you need is a system, a mindset, and a strategy to consistently activate this power within you. You might be thinking, I don't feel powerful, I feel stuck. I feel small, and that's okay. The fact that you feel those things means you're aware of where you are right now, and awareness is the starting point of all transformation. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. The real question is, are you ready to challenge the story you've been telling yourself? Are you ready to rewrite the narrative that says you're not enough? Because the truth is, you're more than enough. The force within you is stronger than your excuses, bigger than your fears, and more resilient than your failures. This force doesn't need permission. It doesn't wait for the right timing or the perfect circumstances. It's waiting for you to decide. Decide to stop settling for mediocrity. Decide to stop listening to the voice of doubt. Decide to take a stand for the life you want. Once you make that decision, everything changes. You'll see opportunities where there were once obstacles. You'll feel a surge of energy where there was once exhaustion. You'll start moving with a purpose that no setback can derail. So I ask you, are you ready to stop holding yourself back? Are you ready to awaken the giant within you? Because the moment you decide to tap into this force, you'll realize that the life you've always wanted isn't just possible, it's inevitable. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the choice to unleash your true power. The time to make that choice is now. The decisions you make in life are the most powerful tool you have. Everything about your life, your results, and your circumstances is the direct outcome of the choices you've made up until now. Let that sink in for a moment. Whether you're thriving in your career, building meaningful relationships, or stuck in a cycle of frustration, it all comes down to the decisions you've made. The good news is, if your decisions have created your current reality, they can also create your future reality. You have the power to shape your destiny with every choice you make, starting right now. Think about the pivotal moments in your life, the decisions that set everything into motion. It wasn't the situation you were born into or the things you couldn't control that made you who you are today. It was the decisions you made, whether consciously or unconsciously, that led you to this very point. And the same is true moving forward. Your life today is a result of the decisions you've made, but your life tomorrow is going to be the result of the decisions you make from this moment on. But there's a catch. Most people live their lives on autopilot, making decisions based on past patterns, limiting beliefs, and external pressures. They let fear dictate their choices, making decisions out of avoidance or inaction. How many times have you talked yourself out of a dream, a goal, or an opportunity because you were afraid of what might happen if you took a risk? How many times have you let doubt or uncertainty keep you from acting on what you truly want? Every time you do this, you're reinforcing the idea that you don't have control over your life. What if, instead of letting fear and doubt make your decisions for you, you learn to make decisions from a place of power? What if you took control of your destiny by consciously choosing what you want, no matter how big the challenge or how uncertain the path? The truth is, successful people don't have fewer challenges or fears than anyone else. What they have is the ability to make decisions in spite of those fears. They don't wait for the perfect moment they decide and then make the moment perfect. They trust that their decisions, no matter how difficult, will lead them to growth and opportunity. The key to decision making is understanding that every choice you make creates momentum in one direction or another. If you want to create massive change in your life, you don't need a magic formula. You need to make decisive, bold actions that move you toward your goals. You need to commit to your decisions with full conviction and never look back. Once you make that decision, you take action, and that action becomes the foundation of everything that follows. So ask yourself this: are you the one making the decisions in your life, or are you letting life decide for you? If you feel like things aren't happening the way you want them to, it's time to start making different choices. Start deciding to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, to push past your fear, and to take action on your dreams. Your destiny is not in the hands of anyone else. It's in your hands, and it always has been. From this point on, every decision you make will either bring you closer to your dreams or further away. The question is, are you ready to take full ownership of your choices? Are you ready to make the kind of decisions that will lead you to the life you've always wanted? Because once you do, the life you've been dreaming of isn't just possible, it's inevitable. The beliefs you hold about yourself and the world around you shape your reality in profound ways. Every single action you take, every decision you make, is a reflection of what you believe to be true. If you believe that success is reserved for a select few, that you're not worthy of love, or that your dreams are too big to achieve, your actions will follow suit. But here's the powerful truth: your beliefs are not facts. They are just thoughts that you've repeated over time until they became part of your identity. And the great news is, you have the power to change them. The beliefs you hold today were not born with you. They were formed through your life experiences, your upbringing, the people around you, and the messages you've received about who you are and what's possible for you. Whether those beliefs were positive or negative, empowering or limiting, they've shaped the way you show up in the world. But here's the question: are they serving you? Are your beliefs helping you reach your full potential, or are they holding you back from stepping into the person you were truly meant to be? Think about the beliefs that may have been holding you back in the past. Maybe you believed that you weren't smart enough, talented enough, or capable enough to reach for your dreams. Maybe you've bought into the story that success requires extreme luck or privilege, or that you can't succeed unless you follow a specific narrow path. But those beliefs, while powerful, are not set in stone. They are merely stories you've allowed to define you. And stories can be rewritten. The first step in breaking free from limiting beliefs is recognizing them for what they are: thoughts you've adopted as truths. Once you see them for what they really are, you can challenge them. Are they based on facts? Or are they just ideas that you've accepted without question? The truth is, no belief is unchangeable unless you allow it to be. You have the ability to adopt new beliefs that empower you to take action, push past fear, and create the life you truly want. Think about what happens when you replace a limiting belief with an empowering one. Instead of believing that success is out of reach, you could choose to believe that success is available to anyone willing to work for it. Instead of thinking you're not good enough, you could adopt the belief that you are more than capable of achieving greatness. The moment you replace a limiting belief with a new, empowering one, your entire reality begins to shift. Your confidence grows, your actions become more aligned with your goals, and you start to attract the opportunities that support your new belief system. But how do you change these deeply ingrained beliefs? It starts with awareness. Become conscious of the thoughts you're having and the beliefs you're holding on to. Question them. Are they based on fact? Do they align with your vision for the future? Once you start to recognize which beliefs no longer serve you, you can start to replace them with new, empowering ones. Repetition is key here. The more you repeat new, empowering beliefs, the more they become your new reality. The power to transform your life is rooted in your ability to shift your beliefs. When you believe you are capable, worthy, and deserving of success, you act in alignment with those beliefs. Your confidence soars, and the world responds accordingly. But if you continue to hold on to limiting beliefs, you'll continue to play small, remaining stuck in a cycle that keeps you from realizing your true potential. So ask yourself what beliefs are holding you back. And what new beliefs will you adopt today to help you create the life you deserve? When you challenge and shift your beliefs, you open the door to endless possibilities and you start living in alignment with the giant you are meant to be. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings that come and go. They are powerful forces that drive everything we do. Every decision you make, every action you take is influenced by the emotions you're experiencing at that moment. Have you ever noticed how a single emotional state can either propel you towards success or hold you back from your goals? Whether it's the fire of excitement that fuels you to take bold steps or the weight of fear that paralyzes you into inaction, emotions have the ability to shape the direction of your life. The key to mastering your life is not in avoiding or suppressing emotions, but in learning to control them and use them as a tool for positive change. You may have heard the saying, feelings are fleeting, and while that's true in many ways, the impact emotions have on your decisions and actions is anything but temporary. A single moment of fear can stop you in your tracks and prevent you from seizing an opportunity that could change everything. On the other hand, a moment of joy or inspiration can lift your energy and drive you to take bold action. This is why mastering your emotional state is one of the most important skills you can develop. The problem for many people is that they believe they are at the mercy of their emotions. They think that their mood dictates their behavior, that if they're feeling anxious, sad, or overwhelmed, they simply have no control over their actions. But the truth is, emotions are not meant to control you. You are meant to control your emotions, and the ability to do so is what separates the people who succeed from those who don't. When you learn to take command of your emotional state, you shift from being reactive to being proactive. You stop letting external circumstances dictate how you feel and start using your emotions as a powerful resource. Imagine the power of being able to immediately shift from a state of fear or stress to one of focus and confidence. Imagine being able to pull yourself out of frustration or doubt and into a state of determination and clarity. This is not only possible, it's essential for living a life of success and fulfillment. So how do you master your emotional state? The first step is becoming aware of how you're feeling in any given moment. Emotions often act as a mirror, reflecting the thoughts you're having at that time. When you're stressed, anxious, or frustrated, there's a good chance that your thoughts are focused on what's not working or what might go wrong. On the other hand, when you're feeling energized, inspired, or confident, your thoughts are focused on what's possible, what's going right, and the excitement of taking action. Once you become aware of the emotions you're experiencing, you can begin to change your state. One powerful tool for shifting your emotional state is changing your physiology. You can instantly change the way you feel by altering your body's posture, breathing, and movement. Stand tall, take a deep breath, smile, or even jump up and down to get your blood flowing. These physical changes have an immediate impact on your emotional state. It's hard to feel down when you're standing tall, breathing deeply, and smiling. Your body and mind are connected, and by changing one, you can shift the other. Another powerful technique is focusing on empowering thoughts. When you find yourself in a negative emotional state, interrupt the pattern by asking yourself, what can I focus on that will shift my state in a positive direction? This could be a memory of a time when you felt proud, a gratitude practice, or even visualizing the success you are working toward. By intentionally shifting your focus to what's empowering, you can pull yourself out of negative emotional states and into more productive ones. Finally, one of the most effective ways to master your emotional state is by consistently conditioning your mind and body through positive habits. Whether it's through daily practices like meditation, exercise, affirmations, or visualization, conditioning your emotional state through positive habits makes it easier to access empowering emotions when you need them most. The more you train yourself to be in control of your emotions, the easier it becomes to shift from fear and doubt to confidence and determination. When you master your emotional state, you unlock an incredible power to take consistent action, overcome obstacles, and remain focused on your goals. You stop being a slave to your moods and start using your emotions as fuel for success. The ability to master your emotions is the key to mastering your life. And when you learn to do this, there's nothing that can stop you. Your future is not something that simply happens to you. It is something that you create, and it begins with the vision you hold for your life. The power of a clear and compelling vision cannot be overstated. It is the driving force that pulls you forward, even when the road gets tough. Without a vision, it's easy to wander aimlessly, to get caught up in the day-to-day grind, and to lose sight of what really matters. But when you have a vision, a strong sense of purpose, you gain direction, motivation, and the strength to persist no matter what obstacles come your way. A compelling vision acts as a magnetic force that draws you toward the life you desire. It serves as a blueprint, guiding you through each day, each decision, and each action. It's like a GPS system for your life. It tells you where you're going, and even when the path seems unclear, it helps you stay on course. Think about the most successful people you admire. They all have one thing in common. They are driven by a vision of what they want to create. They don't wait for the world to show them the way. They create their own path based on the vision they hold. The first step in designing a compelling future is to ask yourself what you truly want. What does success look like for you? What kind of life do you want to build? It's easy to get caught up in what others think is important, society's expectations, the opinions of your peers, the definition of success that's been handed to you. But the only definition of success that matters is your own. Your vision must come from a place of authenticity, from what you deeply desire, not what others expect of you. Once you have a vision, you need to make it as vivid and detailed as possible. A vague idea of what you want will not inspire you. Your vision needs to be specific, tangible, and clear. Imagine it with all your senses. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What kind of people are you surrounded by? How do you show up in the world? The more detailed your vision, the more real it becomes. When you can clearly see, hear, and feel your future, it becomes far easier to take consistent action toward it. The power of your vision lies in its ability to pull you forward. When the going gets tough, you will find strength in the clarity of your vision. It will remind you why you started, why it's worth pushing through the challenges, and why you must continue even when things seem impossible. Without a clear vision, it's easy to give up when faced with obstacles because you don't have a compelling enough reason to keep going. But when your vision is crystal clear, it becomes the fuel that keeps you going, the motivation that keeps you on track, and the hope that sustains you during difficult times. Designing your future is not just about creating a vision and waiting for it to happen. It's about aligning your actions with that vision every single day. The key to manifesting your future is consistency. When you take daily, deliberate actions that move you closer to your vision, you build momentum. And that momentum is what turns dreams into reality. Your vision acts as your compass, but your daily actions are the steps that move you toward it. To build a compelling future, you must constantly revisit your vision and reinforce it in your mind. Write it down, visualize it regularly, and talk about it as if it's already happening. This mental conditioning keeps you focused, energized, and aligned with your goals. But more importantly, it helps you stay connected to the bigger picture, to the life you're creating. The most successful people don't just wish for a better future, they design it. They craft a vision so compelling that they are willing to do whatever it takes to bring it into existence. And you can do the same. When you create a clear, powerful vision for your future, you open the door to endless possibilities. The path may not always be easy, but with a compelling vision to guide you, every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. Your future is waiting now. It's up to you to design it. The most powerful full force for creating lasting change is the ability to take consistent, committed action. Dreaming about a better future, setting goals, and having a vision are essential, but without action, they are just ideas. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the difference between wishing for success and actually achieving it. It's easy to feel motivated for a moment, to get excited about your dreams and goals, but motivation fades quickly when the initial enthusiasm wears off. The key to achieving anything you desire lies in your ability to take consistent action, even when you don't feel like it. Taking action means showing up every day, even when the results are not immediately visible. It means doing the work, putting in the effort, and being disciplined in your pursuit of your goals. The most successful people in the world don't just have big dreams or a powerful vision, they take relentless, consistent action toward those dreams. They understand that every small step they take brings them closer to their desired outcome. No matter how big the dream, success is always built one action at a time. Action also means making decisions and then following through on them. Every time you make a decision, you create momentum in one direction or another. You can't wait for the perfect moment or for conditions to be ideal because they rarely will be. Waiting for the right time only keeps you stuck. Taking action, even imperfect action, creates the conditions for growth and success. It's better to take a step in the right direction and learn along the way than to stand still, paralyzed by fear or doubt. One of the most important aspects of taking action is overcoming resistance. Resistance comes in many forms: procrastination, fear, self-doubt, and external distractions. It's the voice in your head that says, not now, maybe tomorrow, or this is too hard, maybe I'm not cut out for it. The difference between those who see it and those who don't is how they handle resistance. Successful people don't wait for resistance to go away, they move through it. They understand that resistance is a sign that they are pushing towards something greater. They don't let it stop them, they use it as fuel to propel them forward. The more action you take, the more confident and capable you become. Each time you take a step, even a small one, you build momentum and prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving your goals. As you start to see results, no matter how small, your confidence grows, and that becomes the foundation for taking even bigger actions. Action, even if it's imperfect, is a form of self-validation. It tells you, I am capable. I am making progress. And this progress, no matter how incremental, is what leads to breakthroughs. Consistency is key when it comes to taking action. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new goal and work hard for a week or two, but consistency is what will truly move the needle. Real success doesn't come from bursts of effort followed by periods of inaction. It comes from showing up every single day, regardless of how you feel or what obstacles arise. When you make action a habit, it becomes part of who you are. You don't have to rely on motivation, your actions become automatic because you are driven by your vision and your commitment to your goals. The power of taking consistent action is that it reinforces your belief in yourself and your ability to create the life you want. It may not be glamorous or easy, but it's through action that you make your dreams a reality. There will be days when you don't feel like it, when you want to quit. But those are the days that matter the most. It's during these times that you get to prove to yourself what you're made of. The key is to keep moving, no matter how small the steps, and trust that the results will follow. When you commit to consistent action, you open the door to extraordinary possibilities.